welcome. In today's video I'll be cleaning my living room. So as you can see in the current footage, it's looking a little messy. This isn't a deep clean, it's a clean and small maintenance. So as you can see, our living room is essentially living room, dining room. Have the space split with the living room at the front and our dining room table at the back. I like to start the living room going around with my pink washing basket and collecting all of the bits and bobs that seemed to collect in the living room that need to be tidied away. Not gonna lie, the washing basket sat on the floor and then moved upstairs, but did eventually get emptied in the same day, may I add as well, in the same day. Impressive. So I pop around, collect anything that shouldn't be in there and tidy it up. So for a lot of my dusting, I like to use the Pledge duster. I think it picks up great. A lot of our furniture is upcycled. That's something that I really enjoy doing, and I find that none of the fibres or the particles are left on any of the furniture, unlike some other items that do leave like little strands of fabric and whatnot. I also haven't had a chance to give the living room a clean for a couple of weeks, so as you'll see in some of the footage, bits were definitely long overdue, but that's what makes it more satisfying. You may wonder why we have a blanket over our footstool, puffy, whatever you want to call it. Well, that's because my husband's slippers seem to dye things brown, and so I noticed we were getting some brown marks on the footstool. I wasn't a fan of that, and so I've popped a blanket over it, which is now the resident footstool blanket. I decided to give the sofa quite a good clean and took off all of the cushions, gave it a hoover and whatnot. Now I do love our sofa, it's very comfortable to sit on, but it's not ideal for holding its shape. It's been on my to-do list for quite a while to look at changing the in pads of the seat cushions, but it's really comfy and then I haven't gotten around to it. So maybe 2025 will be the year that I actually do that job. I might be old to this game, but one thing that I do find really excellent for when I'm particularly lazy but wanting to clean underneath the sofa is using a long duster to swipe underneath. Absolute game changer. Saves me having to pull the sofa out into the middle of the room completely all of the time. Collects all of the dust and is just a fantastic way to clean under the sofa, I find. don't know what you would call this tool, however, it is a game changer for our sofa. I don't know how to describe the fabric of our sofa, but it can end up looking rather flat if you sit on it when you have sat on it too many times. And so this little gadget just really helps revive the fabric a little bit more. It's great. I spotted it in the range not long after we'd had got the sofas, so maybe that was 3 or 4 years ago now, and I love it. You might be wondering why the heck we have curtains over the other chair. Well, recently we've just had some of the windows in the house replaced. You may have already spotted that around the living room window some of the wallpaper is missing and we have some bare plaster. That's another job on my list for the house, and I will get to that very soon. However, I took the curtains down to make the workman's life a little bit easier so that they had a bit more room. Obviously have all rosewood windows and a dark brown windowsill. It made the room a lot darker, and so when we have now had these windows changed, I decided to also paint the windowsill white just to help brighten things up a little bit more. That is something that still needs finishing. I think just maybe 1 or 2 more coats need doing, so I go ahead and put another coat of gloss on before the curtains go back up. If only cleaning was this quick in real life, eh? Oh, there I am, the little sweet tooth that I have, showing off those box of chocolates that I had put around the back of the living room. Soon time to carry on hoovering. I gave the dining room chairs a quick go over, the rug and of course the floor. Everybody knows these flash mops. I think they're fantastic. It's not so ideal for the environment, I'm aware of that, but just for ease when you're wanting to get something done quickly and to pick up lots of dirt, I find them great. So I gave the floor a quick go over, did the front of the room too, but thought you've seen enough of me mopping. Moving on to hanging the curtains back up. Whilst in the middle of all of this though, I was also baking some bread. This is something I've recently gotten into and I'm enjoying currently for the time being. I made it was a white loaf and I just put in some Italian herbs. So here is the finished living room, a much nicer space to relax, unwind and spend some time in. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.